Good evening, everyone. Welcome to, they gave a point back, Augusta, Illinois. We're a little late getting started. Had some internet issues. It's 22-17 now. Southeastern with the JV set one lead. I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on tonight. It is senior night. We're having some problems with some connectivity, so didn't want to miss out on senior night stuff. There's a kill by Riley Hart. Didn't want to miss out on senior night stuff, so I wanted to make sure as best I could that I had all those problems solved. I think we've got that done now, so we should be good to go. 23-17, Riley Hart back to serve. Set out, and I got to grab that. Pushed across by Illini West. Tipped down, trying to get set point here for the Suns. Punched across. And out of bounds. Don't think it was touched. It was not. That's going to be set point for the Suns. 25-17. Set one win for Southeastern. So the Suns will win set one. We'll take a break. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My philosophy in pediatrics is definitely prevention, early intervention, and advocacy. Being an advocate for my patients is one of the main reasons why I got into pediatrics in the first place. I like working close with families and being able to empower moms, especially first-time moms, or empower any caregiver. MDH Peds gives that family-centered care. My name is Leilani Segura, and I am a pediatrician at McDonough Districts Hospital.
The MDH Community Farm.
And welcome back here, as I'll get you caught up a little bit on what's going on. It is senior night. 3 seniors, I do believe, is what they have here at Southeastern. So we will record that before the varsity warm-up start, and then we will play that before the varsity contest. So we'll get off the stream rather quickly here for the JV contest. We've got games going on in A-Town and Macomb. Macomb is playing the Unity Mustangs tonight. A-Town's rounding out their home season, I believe, tonight as well. Macomb did senior night last night against Liberty with a 2-set victory. A lot of senior nights. We were at West Central for West Central's senior night last night. They had 6 seniors, I believe, including the manager and one player who's injured and unable to play right now. But so they did their senior night. We were able to cover that, so we're happy to get as many of these senior nights in as we can. Bushnell's, I believe, I don't think they did theirs yet. Theirs will be tomorrow night. Kenny Suter and Adam Hewlett will be on the camera there. I want to thank Peyton for coming on the camera here tonight as we are moving through the season. Next week is regional competition. Sectional competition follows the next week. And then super sectionals and championship weekend at Redbird Arena in Bloomington Normal. Of course, you'll be able to watch all the I-8FA football playoffs here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. West Prairie, Southeastern, BPC are not going to make the playoffs this year. West Central will be in the playoffs, no matter of who and where they play, as there's a service error to start set number 2. So we'll see how that shakes out for this season. But no, those 2 teams will not be in. West Central will. They play one of the best teams. Milledgeville's a top-ranked team right now. Amboy, to most people, is 2nd or 3rd-ranked team. South Fork is undefeated down in the southern area of the state still. Pawnee has lost only to South Fork. Metro East is pretty good as well. They've lost only to South Fork and Pawnee. So there's a service point for Morgan Simmons. She'll serve back again as the Suns are up 2-0 here in set number 2. Up 1-0. There's the attack and out, and I got to go get another. Picked up my headset to go get that one too, but it actually hit the net or curtain and came back in. During the JV game, back row. She must have hit it from in front of the. A tip across and a free ball over and out. 5-1 after Simmons served 4 straight. Going back to serve, looks like number 5, Hayden Wibble. And I get another. Addison Inman serving. She gets that dig, and she's going to send a free ball across now. And a side out for the Chargers. Cadence Maynard, excuse me. May have been on the attack there. I'll wait and see. It is. That was who it was. Treble on serve received. Simmons went to get it. Campbell tried to hit it as well, but they called the lift beforehand. The jump serve. Shelton is there. Aubrey Houston on the attack is going to have a chance to get a free ball across. They will. Simmons is there. Hart on the second touch is going to drop it down short. It's an overpass. Inman, Simmons, middle to Hart, blocked, dug up by Shelton. Back to Hart again from Simmons. She goes left side and in. Another kill for Riley Hart. Hart had 2 or 3 hits there, and I'm not sure that the ball was over on the other side of the net more than 2 or 3 hits itself, as it came right back every time. Once was a nice block, but it got dug up. Maynard's going to send that one across. Addison Inman a little late getting to that one. She got there nonetheless. A bump set outside. Dug, not a good one though, and a kill. Going to go for number 20, Nora DeSoto. Looks like number 12 into the game. No, not number 12. 15. 13, Maya Torrance maybe? I don't know. Can't read the numbers. Too small. And that's going to be deep right corner and in. Just barely fell in for Shelton. She turns around with a smile on her face. It's 8-4. Campbell back to serve now. In the game also is Maya Shetwell. Going to be Shetwell on the attack, dug by Campbell. Simmons, bump set. Out to Houston, who hits it in the net for a hitting error. Side out, back to the Chargers. Maynard going back to serve now, number 1. In the back row is DeSoto. Pushed across by Hart. Set outside. Off the net, it's going to fall. It's be number 16, Callie Robertson on that kill. Maynard gets the service points, 8-6. Inman a little struggle. Back row coming from Hart, and she's going to get a kill out of it. Aubrey Houston coming back to serve now. Hitting air into the nets. Houston gets the point. Suns back up by 4 at 10-6. They're up 1-0. They won the first set 25-17 here in JV action. Once again, it is senior night. There's an ace for Houston on a passing error. Lead had gotten down to 2. Side out made it 3. It's up to 5 after 2 straight points from Houston. Set, middle, and down it goes. And the game is Maya Torrance, number 13. And at number 16, Callie Robertson. And there's an ace on the serve, I believe, for number 2. It's either Maya Shutwell or Sophie Moore. I can't. Those front numbers are so small, and they're bordered in impact, and it's hard to read. There's another ace. That's an Inman. Inman now hits it out the back, and it's a 1-point game and a timeout. No, I thought Coach Shulian was calling timeout, but she is not. Hart, Simmons, Inman. Outside, Robertson. Off of Campbell and out of bounds. We're tied on the kill from Robertson. Ellie Wibble in the front row, I believe, as well. She's playing on the right side. Free ball going across. Comes up short. That's going to be sailed out. And a side out finally for the Suns, but not before Illini West was able to tie it up. Shelton back to serve now. Sarah Shelton, the sophomore, 5'3". They are all sophomores on this team for Illini West. There's a kill for Wibble. And we're tied at 12. I want to thank Caden and Glenn taking care of the Unity Macomb game. And at Macomb High School, there's a let serve, barely went across. So it's going to be ultimately a passing error. That's not even fair. But the Chargers have the first lead of the contest. What's not fair to one team is the best thing that could happen to another. And it's an ace. So the Chargers are in the driver's seat now. Short serve again. That was a lot higher. Tipped across by Simmons. Outside, Robertson blocked by Hart. Bump set out to Robertson again. Deep. Houston's there. Simmons outside Inman. Punches it across. Is that Robertson? I think so. It's still Robertson. It is. Dug by Houston that time. Tipped across by Hart, and she'll get the kill to tie it at 13. Actually, I don't think that is Robertson. No, it's number 20. DeSoto. Nora DeSoto in the front row that time. Back serving now is Morgan Simmons. Let's serve. DeSoto's going to hit it across. Dug by Shelton. And it's outside the pin, and it hits the net, so it is out of bounds. Side out on the passing error. Houston. Timeout charged to the Suns. We'll take a break as well. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I think the rewarding parts of my job are seeing people over time and seeing getting to know them and getting to know their families. And that's very exciting to see them and get them better over time, especially if I'm able to find out something that other places haven't. And that's kind of what drew me to family medicine. You know, I try to get along with people and treat them as I would my family. Do what we can to get the patients taken care of day in and day out. It's pretty supportive. I'm Dr. Michael Waters. I'm a family physician here at the McDonough District Hospital Family Clinic.
And welcome back. We're ready to go. Whipple serving. Free ball sent across by Sophie Campbell. Middle. We're going to call a double hit on Torrance, so it will be a side out. Back to the Suns. They trail 15-14. Inman serving. Middle. That's out of bounds on the hitting error by Torrance. And it's tied at 15 again. And a low serve. Oh, what a job to get to that for a free ball to come across. Nice job, nice hustle by Maynard. That's going to be a free ball sent across. And a double hit or a lift called on Simmons, 16-15. An ace, 17-15. Houston, Simmons, Hart, Duggan back row. And there's another kill. That one goes off the net for DeSoto. And the largest lead of the set for Illini West. And another ace. Serve receive has kind of disappeared for the Suns at the JV level here. And it is causing some problems. They trail by 4 now in set number 2. They won to set number 1, 25-17. Another let serve and another ace. Sarah Shelton went down to get it, couldn't quite get there. As Coach Schulian and crew want to talk it over a little bit here. Once again, postseason coming starting next week. We'll have a bunch of I-8FA football for you here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And the net serve is wasted for the Suns as they weren't ready. The down official blew a whistle. The up chair official did not. That was a service error. I forgot to put a point up, though. It's 20-16. Somehow got an extra point on the Suns. Must have hit it at the wrong spot at one point or another. I apologize. It's 20-16. I promise. Problems. Hart tracks it down. Going to be a free ball if they can get it across. They will. Quick outside. Maynard. Simmons to Houston. Down the line. Dug up. Middle. That was number 2, Moore. Deep left corner. Maynard's there. Back to Moore again. That one's out of bounds. hitting air. Our last 3-location night of the year tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You're watching Adams Fiber coverage, and there's a kill. You're watching Adams Fiber coverage of Southeastern Sun Sports right here on TSSR. You can also watch some Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of TSSR Sports live from Macomb as the Lady Bombers are playing the Mustangs of Unity in volleyball action at the hangar at Macomb High School. And then you can also watch A-Town playing tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live. Simmons went to get it. Ended up being a decent bump set. Oh, what a job by Moore to just get that across. Tipped across by Shelton, and it's going to fall. Shelton gets a very important kill, and it's 21-18. Sophia Campbell back now. Oh, a nice pass on the move, but it's going to be a free ball sent across. Tipped across. It'll be a free bump set. Maynard. And hit deep middle, and the Suns were not prepared. It's 22-18, back to a 4-point lead. Maynard going back to serve again. A lot of side outs here in this sophomore set, too. There's another ace, though. And it's 23-18. This has got 3 written on it, folks. We may be going 3. Hop in that live chat. Tell me where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. There's an over. Nope, didn't get over, but it is going to fall. It's 24-18. And Maynard has a chance to get a set win and send us to 3, keeping her team alive here in the JV competition for Illini West. And she hits it into the net. But after that, there's 5 set points to fight off, and Aubrey Houston is the one that's got the challenge to do it. First thing is get the first serve in bounds. She does that, and it's going to be an 8. Oh, what a job to hustle after that by DeSoto. It stays alive. Here's the Suns out to Inman. She goes right side. Oh, another nice dig, but they can't dig it up. Inman's going to get the kill, and it's 24-20. But, man, what a job of hustling after the volleyball by the Chargers. Houston, set point number 3 for the Suns, second at the service line for Houston. Free ball comes across. Campbell is there. Simmons to Shelton. Blocked right back down, and they're going to call a lift, and that's how it's going to end. A big block by Moore to end it. And it's 25-20. Illini West in set number 2. We will take a break. We'll be back. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Every McDonough District Hospital sports medicine and rehabilitation patient receives one-on-one appointment times with a licensed staff member. They develop a personalized recovery and treatment plan to turn your setback into a comeback. We offer physical and occupational therapy, vestibular rehabilitation, speech-language pathology, cardiac and pulmonary rehabilitation, dry needling, and pelvic floor therapy. MDH, your community physical therapy partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
I'm Lindsay Schaefer. I'm a physical therapist specializing in pelvic floor physical therapy here at McDonough District Hospital Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation. Young women, a lot of them have pelvic pain. They don't realize that it's something that they don't have to live with anymore. It's very common for people to have urinary leakage. And I always say it's common, but it's not normal. It's not something you need to live with. I also focus on hip pain, back pain. It's all kind of connected. Any age really can benefit from it.
My name is Kelsey Cunningham. I'm a nurse practitioner with the cardiology department here at McDonough District Hospital. Cardiology is like a big puzzle. A lot of things can be traced back to the heart, and to see somebody in your office at the beginning of the process really down on themselves and, not feeling like their best self, and I think in their mind never really thinking that they're going to recover from that, to fast forward 6 months where they're back doing things they once did. It's the ultimate goal, and I love to see it happen.
Well, I was going to play another commercial. We still got over a minute left between set 2 and set 3, but the players had other ideas. Both coaches called it quits to talking. Both sets of players decided they were going to come out and play a little volleyball. So here we are, a little early for set number 3. 25-17 Suns, set 1. 25-20 Chargers, set 2. We're going to set 3. Of late, they have been playing to 15 in the JV contest here. We'll see if that's what we do tonight or if we play all the way to 25. And it will be Shelton and the Suns to start off server. Middle. Riley Hart sailed that one long and a side out. First point of the match goes to, or the set, excuse me, goes to the Chargers. It's one set apiece here very early in set number 3. Maynard comes back in, leaving the game. Number 17, Aaliyah Carter. A service error by Moore. Gives it right back to the Suns. A hitting error by Maynard is going to give the Suns a 2-1 lead with number 2, Morgan Simmons, at the service line. Maynard pushes it across. Simmons, not a good set to Hart. She has to send a free ball across. Trouble. It's tipped across. Inman's there. Shelton. Inman's going to attack it. She's going to drop it in for a kill. Simmons with her second straight service point. It was 5-1 Suns in set 2 before Illini West finally tied it at 10, took an 11-10 lead. And there's an overset, and Hart sends that one back across. It's 4-1 Suns. Back set, tipped across. That was Torrance. And a nice attack for Inman as she's going to get a kill, and it's 5-1 Suns. 4 straight service points for Morgan Simmons. DeSoto was there. Here comes Maynard's going to push it across. They're going to call a double hit. She did kind of hit that at a weird angle. Kind of the backhand following the front hand. It wasn't a double hit. It was tipped across. And it's going to be a net violation. 7-1 and a timeout charged to Illini West. Here in set number 3, it's 7-1. The Suns and the Chargers, 1 set apiece. Rubber match going on right now. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process. The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu. We provide...
Well, we'll break out of that early as they came out with about 25 seconds left on the clock. And an ace for Simmons. 8-1. I want to thank Peyton for being on the camera. Talked to him tonight. Do believe he's going to be my basketball cameraman. There's an attack dug by Shelton. Outside, Inman dropping it short. Oh, what a job. Blocked by Torrance. Blocked by Torrance again, and it's going to go over. No, it's not. It didn't quite get there. Thought it was going to. It did not. Man, that's 2 big blocks by Torrance there on Hart. And Illini West a chance to get back in it now, trailing by 6. And they struggle over a pass serve receive. Sophia Campbell sends that one across nicely. Simmons digs it up. Hart, Inman. Robertson. No, that's DeSoto, excuse me. Dug out of the net and over and out of bounds. Passing error. And a service error gives it back to the Suns, up by 6, 9-3. Addison Inman coming back to serve now. Trouble. Maynard tips it across. Simmons to Hart. Off of Moore. Nice job by Maynard to get an arm on it. Couldn't do anything with it, though. A kill for Riley Hart. And it's 10-3 Suns. Inman. DeSoto. Moore. Outside, Houston. Dug in the back row by Moore. No, that's not Moore. Tipped down by Hart. Tipped across. It rolled off the net by Moore. And the back row, I believe, was number 6, Lexi Carl. Coming in. What are they going to say here? I don't know. 10-4. Good buddy. That's Robertson coming in. Carl went out. 10-4 the score. DeSoto serving. Inman from the back row. Middle, Moore. That's out of bounds. A hitting error. It's 11-4. Hart back to serve now. Shelton back in the front row. Trouble. Robertson's going to get a chance to attack it. Inman's there. Out to Houston. One arm dig. Dug it up and got it across. Nope. Yes, they did. Simmons is there. Shelton tips it across. Can be a back row free ball. Hart. Simmons. Shelton tips it across again and more trouble. She'll get a kill. It's 12-4. Hart back to serve again. And an ace. Little communication. Moore stuck an arm out there at the last second, right in front of the libero, who I am not sure who the libero is, wearing 99 tonight. Might be Maya Shutwell, actually. Out of bounds. 14-4. Robertson, Inman, Simmons to Shelton. Pushed across. Robertson, Simmons, Shelton. Trouble again. DeSoto's there. Free ball comes across. Houston. Simmons, middle to Shelton again. Tips it across again. Maynard comes up with one arm. Houston's there. Simmons to Shelton. Pushed across. Blocked. Dug up by Shelton. Out to Houston. And she's going to get the kill. They are playing to 25. So it's 15-4. Back set, Maynard tipped across. So stepping into the net was Maynard. 16-4. Hart continues to serve. That's out of bounds. She served 5 straight, though. 16-5 at an 11-point lead. Maynard going back to serve for Illini West. Houston down to get it. Simmons to Shelton. Tipped across. Dug up by Maynard. DeSoto. No, that was Robertson, excuse me. DeSoto was right beside her. Houston off the block, dub up by Maynard. Free ball went across. That was Moore. Simmons tracks it down. Hart from the back row. One-arm dig to the net. Riley Hart is going to get the kill. 17-5. Sophia Campbell back to serve. Coming back in the game, going to be number 17, Aaliyah Carter, for the Chargers. Back set, Moore. Dug by Inman. Bump set, Houston. It's going to be dug up. A bump set to Moore, and that's going to fall in. Moore gets the kill, and it's 17-6. Coming back into the front row is Torrance. She did such a good job blocking defensively at the net in the last rotation on Riley Hart. An overpass on the serve by Moore. Torrance tips it across. Simmons goes down to get it. Houston, back row Inman. Dig, punched across and down. Moore serves it up again. Ellie Wibble on that last kill. It's an overpass, or actually it's a third hit pass. Robertson off the net, dug up by Shelton, outside to Houston from Simmons. She jumped a little early and hits it into the net. It's 8-17. Chargers trying to make a comeback. They were down as many as 12. Hart is there. Simmons. Houston. Digging the back row by Moore. Bump set by Torrance, and that time Robertson tried to tip it across and couldn't get the job done. It's 18-8, back to a 10-point advantage. Aubrey Houston back to serve. That'll put Inman back in the front row, along with Shelton and Simmons. Sophia Campbell and Riley Hart in the back row with Houston. Leah Carter, I wanted to say Carlson. I knew it wasn't. I think we're back now. 21-10. I think we're back now. It's 21-10. Dig by DeSoto. Bump set, pushed across by DeSoto. Inman is there. Hart in the middle. Over the top of the block of Torrance and down, and it's 22-10. Shelton hits that one into the net, a service error. Nice job by Hart to get to that one, but it's going to end up being a point for the Chargers and a side out. It's 22-12. And a service error. That was Wibble back there. 23-12. Simmons to serve now. Drop it short. DeSoto. Quick back to DeSoto. She tries to go cross court with it. Drops it on her side of the net. Match point. 12 of them for the Suns now. Simmons again, and trouble, and that's going to be the set and the match. 25-12, 20-25, 25-17, 20-25, 25-12. Southeastern with the win here in the Fresh Soft game. That'll do it for our coverage from this one. We'll be back in just a little bit with senior night festivities and the varsity match between Illini West and the Southeastern Suns. You've been watching Adams Fiber coverage of Southeastern Sports on TSSR Game Time Line, presented by MDH.